Hello, everyone. Welcome back to You Like That podcast. After a long Christmas break, you're back joined with me. My name's Adam. I'm one half of You Like That podcast.
My name's Jack. I'm the other half of You Like That podcast.
There's been a bit of a break.
Been a very long time.
It's been
I don't remember how to do this.
It's been about 2 weeks since we last hit the studio. Had a bit of a Chrissy break after No Way Home, which, if anything, I say completely drained us of being able to review any movie ever again.
It was about the length of 2 episodes anyway.
It was ridiculous. But
saw it again.
Saw it again?
Saw it again in the break, yeah.
Yep.
Couple of weeks. Oh, no. Probably about a week after we saw it for the first time.
Still just as amazing.
Still very good.
Ridiculous.
Still a very good movie. My opinion has not changed.
I don't think you will ever find a moment where you will change your opinion, no matter what happens in the future. It'll always be
I doubt it, yeah.
that movie. But anyway, I finally put up the YouTube version of that video after 2 weeks because it took 34 years to upload to my Dropbox anyway.
Yeah.
But I finally got it up, so we're all good on that on that one there.
Yep.
But the audio streams had some nice natural views on it anyway. I'm very proud of.
Nice.
With that, which is good. So yeah, hopefully everyone enjoyed their Christmas and had a good New Year's as well.
How was yours? What did you do? Did you watch anything? Did you watch any movies in your off time?
I did not do much at all. The off time, I literally fucking played some Pokemon.
Okay.
As you can see, I've started building my Imperial Destroyer.
I saw that. It takes up quite a bit of room downstairs.
Fucking nightmare.
Where the fuck are you going to put it?
So this was the dilemma in purchasing it. Brooke bought it for me for Christmas. This is a massive Imperial Destroyer from Star Wars. It's a paper, like it's like your medium thick cardboard paper type model kit. Yeah. It's a fucking nightmare to build. I'll tell you that now. Got it at Costco, and it was on display, so I could see how big it was.
Oh yeah.
So I knew going into it.
Yeah.
This is pretty fucking big.
But it's always different in your house.
Exactly. And Brooke was like, "So do you want it?" I was like, "Yes, I do." I'm like, "Oh, where am I going to put it?" And I'm like, and she's like, "What if you just hang it from the roof?" And I've gone, "Fucking yep, chuck it in." She went, "You fucking idiot! Yeah. God damn it!" Instantly,
she did that to herself.
Yeah, brought it upon herself. So I think somewhere up in the corner, maybe it's going to get hung. I don't know yet. I'm going to throw some ideas, but I got to finish building it first. So, other than that, New Year's was a lovely one with friends. Got very saucy. Very silly and ruined my neck sleeping on 3 pillows. But it was a good one. In terms of watching things, I don't think I went and watched anything new. We're going to watch that Don't Look Up tonight.
It's good.
It's good?
It's good.
Good. That's what I like to hear.
So it's a bit annoying because Adam McKay edits like a YouTuber.
Yeah.
But you got to get used to that. And then once you get used to that, it's very, very good. Now, I watched last night, and I'm 3 years late to the party, but it's probably in the top 10 best movies I've ever seen in my entire life. 1917.
Oh.
It is unbelievable.
I have not seen it myself yet.
Just like technically, of course, it's a masterpiece because it's like Roger Deakins. It's one take. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One shot. But then the movie underneath or on top of that, the technicality is also just an incredible story and performance. And you know what? And it's on Netflix now in Australia, and I think everyone should watch it because it is an astonishingly good movie. Really grim and horrible and realistic, but it's great. It's fantastic.
Definitely on the watch list to get done.
But yeah, that and Don't Look Up are the only 2 movies I watched. And today's movie.
Yes. Today's movie this week.
Oh, also I moved house.
Yep. Also, in terms of the break, was also Jack moved out of my humble abode. Was a lovely few months having him here live with me and Brooke.
Yeah, thanks for that.
But you've got your own apartment now, and it's a lovely apartment as well.
Fine, I did the last piece today, a little bookshelf. It's done. My apartment is now done.
Perfect.
It's nice.
Yes, I had the grace to help you build a few things in there, and
by help you mean you just did.
I did. I built.
Did it all.
I did the man things.
I am the worst flat pack person on earth.
And I love flat pack with a fucking passion. You wouldn't think as I was building it and then literally bleeding into one of the holes and swearing my heart's content out to it, but I loved it. And it does look great, so I'm very proud of what you've accomplished there. So it's a good start to the new year for you, if I say so.
It's a good time.
But for starting us off with the new year with the movie of this week's caliber, The Matrix Resurrections.
They did another
entry into the Matrix Trilogy. Now, more than a trilogy. That's our main review for the week. Jumping straight into that for whatever reason that movie came out. A little bit of news that'll kick us off with, and then we'll finish with some questions. I think that's how we used to do it
It feels familiar.
Look, realistically, Jack's got 2 episodes left and then his finale live stream. So
Yeah.
we're just cruising on these last ones here.
I don't know what to do with myself without shit posting on the Instagram.
Yeah.
Because I jumped off Instagram to avoid Spider-Man spoilers, and I'm just like, oh man, I got too many memes to share.
Yep.
Might jump back on for another 2 weeks just
Maybe.
to shit post.
Definitely can.
Leave again.
Make it work.
But yeah, 2 more episodes.
That's it. So, in saying that, the live stream, which will be obviously not next Sunday, possibly the Sunday after, depending.
Possibly. We'll have to, yeah.
We'll work on the schedule.
I get my roster very late, which doesn't help anyone.
Yeah, but we'll work it out on which day it's going to be when it comes closer. But just keep somewhere between Friday and Sunday free for us.
Somewhere in there.
And just join in. It'll be a lovely little send-off. Again, it'll be our 2021 award show, our winners and losers of the year, like we did for our 50th episode. And yeah, we'll have a couple drinks and reminisce on the memories of the last 2 years of the show.
Talk shit.
And talk some shit. So, let's jump for the news for the week, and let's just kick it off with No Way Home. No Way Home has grossed $1.2 billion since release.
Yeah, we saw this coming, didn't we? Like, even in the pre-order? I guess. Yeah, it's still called pre-order, yeah.
Pre-order, pre-sale.
Pre-sale, yeah. It was just on track to be $1 billion movie, so... Yeah, it's not surprising, but it's still fucking great news.
It's done it within 3 weeks. It's become Sony's highest ever grossing film, and it's the number 1 grossing film of 2021.
Yep.
It smashed everything.
Yeah, and things came out. Big things came out, so... Yeah.
So big ups to No Way Home. It's still fucking killing it.
Good. It's still out. Go and see it.
Yeah, if you can get tickets, because when I went to go see The Matrix, I wanted to take a quick look to see... The difference between seeing The Matrix and then seeing Spider-Man at the same time. Much easier to get a Matrix ticket than it was to get a Spider-Man ticket.
Yeah.
The cinemas are still very fucking packed for Spider-Man, and considering it's holidays as well, they're just pumping out again.
Our second time was still packed.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
My Matrix session, not packed at all.
No, yes.
Nobody wants
to
see that movie.
And then keeping on with the Spider-Man news, the internet quickly jumped on board to say Andrew Garfield deserves The Amazing Spider-Man 3.
Yep. Oh my god. The problem is it would probably still be a bad script, and Andrew would be very good in it, and Sony would just fuck it up anyway. Yeah. So I don't want that.
Yeah.
I like what he did in No Way Home a lot.
Yeah, it's a bit too far from the point now where it just seems like if we were to get it, it's just out of...
It's out of how good he was in No Way Home and not nostalgia for those 2 movies.
Yeah.
Because nobody has nostalgia for those 2 movies. Nobody has nostalgia for Spider-Man 3 outside of memes.
Yeah, exactly.
So doing a Spider-Man 4 with Tobey now would be pointless too, because they ended on a wet fart.
Yep.
So just let them be good in this movie. Go and see this movie.
Yep.
There's a lot of them in it, spoiler alert.
Yeah, exactly.
So... Yeah, I don't...
Just take him in that.
These internet petitions rarely get anything done because it's not how Hollywood works.
Exactly right.
It's not how studios work.
Because they wanted that. There was also rumblings that apparently Toby's going to show up for Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Which...
Apparently they were part of the Doctor Strange reshoots. Like, again, we're just never going to know until
Not going to know until it's happened.
We did this for 2 years with No Way Home.
Like, as I said, Toby and Andrew signed up for this December 2020
without reading the script.
Without reading a script.
Yeah.
So that kind of shows you that they probably would jump back at Spider-Man at the drop of a hat.
Yeah.
If the right thing comes along. Which is good to know.
It would have to be good or good money.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. But whatever happens in the future, we will soon find out. And in the same realm of petitioning for things, Twitter very much want Ghost Rider back in the MCU.
Yeah, I think that's going to happen eventually.
With Norman Reedus as Ghost Rider.
I like that.
I can see it.
I really like that casting, actually. He's the right age. He's the right look. He's a very gruff-looking man.
Yep.
He can do disheveled. He can do cool. He's like a cool guy. So, yeah, I really like that casting. I don't think he'll get a standalone movie again.
It would be, it'd be pretty hard.
I really, really like those 2 Ghost Rider movies, but they're not good.
Oh, no.
They're not good at all.
Not at all.
I like them with a tinge of nostalgia and a tinge of camp.
Yeah, well, I remember seeing the first one at the cinemas when they first came out, and just not knowing any better, and I thought it was the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, and Ghost Rider, like, he's a weird character. Like, they try and put him in teams, and it never really works. So,
well, they incorporated him in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., didn't they?
Gabriel Luna,
Yeah.
who went on to do Terminator. And that was a really cool depiction of him. The character was really good. But again, he was just part of something else. It wasn't about him.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you do with him, honestly. And do you make it R-rated? What do you do?
Yeah, it's a hard one. It's a realm of many possibilities, but
you
who
just
can do it?
Bad guys into ash, I guess. That's how people get around violence.
Don't have to show any blood that way.
Yeah.
So John Wick 4 has also been delayed to 2023.
Has it?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. They brought out a little teaser announcement. We thought we were going to get a trailer, and then it turned out it was just
a delay.
John Wick 4 2023, and we're like, fuck.
Man.
Why would you like they shot like a little thing for it?
Yeah.
Of like going through the fucking accounting women and all that, putting out the fucking
Soften the blow,
excommunicado,
maybe.
and it's just like, no.
Still no Jurassic World 3 trailer either.
Still no Jurassic World
Where
3
the fuck
trailer.
is that?
And it's not far away.
It's been finished for a long time, that
It's
movie.
out in May? April or
it's
May?
5 months away.
Not far away. They gave us the prologue, which got released a year ago anyway. This time we all just get to see it at the same time.
Interesting.
But yeah, they're prepping something big for it. It has to be.
Something's happening.
Because they'd have to start doing press tours eventually soon for it.
Yeah.
Too
definitely.
big not to.
Chris Pratt's too busy being Mario.
Yeah, Mario and Garfield, why not?
I forgot he was Garfield.
A little nice one that came out. The Harry Potter 20th anniversary reunion came out the other day.
Yep.
It was very nice to watch for all the Harry Potter fans. I got to see a lot of the main cast come back and reminisce on the old days.
Mm-hmm.
The showcase from the first movies all the way to the end. Everyone's growing up from being kids and then becoming adults and whatnot else. Really nice to watch. Obviously, J.K. Rowling declined to return to this, apparently.
Gee, I wonder why.
So they used some archive 2019 studio footage of her talking about certain things to make it seem like she was a part of it.
Yeah, she goes between wanting to distance herself from it and also like changing the law all the time.
Yeah.
Like, she really flip-flops on it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's her baby. Like, she should be proud of it. I don't understand that woman at all.
Exactly. Well, watching the reunion, I'm just like, fuck, this is showing you like how much a legacy you created as a female author and created one of the biggest like legacies of film and just literature reading.
World, yeah. Like
for the whole world. And all these people have come back to cry and fucking laugh about it and send off all the people that have passed away since the filmings and that.
Yeah.
You made one of the greatest things. You're up there with your George Lucas and your Peter Jacksons and your Tolkiens and everyone else.
Nah, I don't want to get paid to go and
She's
talk
just
about
like,
it for
nah,
a
I've
day.
got certain opinions on Twitter that people don't like.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You go, yeah, shut up.
I love Daniel Radcliffe. Like, just went off and did arty movies.
Yeah.
Just does whatever he wants because he never has to work again.
Yeah, Rupert Grint did nothing. Emma Watson
has a good career.
did a fair
she did
bit
big
here and there.
movies. She did big studio stuff. Daniel Radcliffe did art stuff, and Rupert Grint just fucked off.
Yeah.
That's cool. Like, it's why wouldn't
They
you?
did them, man.
All of those things are so valid. Like,
Yep.
they all have the most money in the world of anyone ever. Like, surely.
And at such a young age as
Yeah,
well.
that's. I don't really care for reunion stuff like that. I prefer it to be like nostalgia bait, like Spider-Man. But
yeah.
like the Friends one just looked a bit sad to me.
Yeah.
well. I was like, ugh.
Yeah,
But
this one was done really well.
yeah,
'Cause
they're
it
all
more or
young.
less showed-
They're all our age.
Yeah, it was that as well. It literally was just a lot more behind the scenes footage and footage from the movie shown.
Yeah.
And it was more of like a behind the scenes documentary than
Yeah.
a reunion.
Yeah.
Opposed to it was good because it wasn't them all on like a stage together. They all got given separate rooms with different people, and it was a quick like 5-minute little segment of them like, oh my god, I haven't seen you in so long. Wasn't it cool when we did this and that?
Yeah.
And it was just all those little things blended together, so it structured itself really, really well as a reunion, but it wasn't a reunion.
Yeah, right.
So it was really fun. Good to watch. It is on Binge, if anyone has that well-known subscription service.
Fuck if I know what that is.
You can watch it on there. Last bit of news, we got a brand new Batman trailer.
Did we?
Bat and the Cat.
Oh,
It was
I missed that.
You missed it. Jeez.
Okay, interesting.
It was a big trailer. Showcased a lot between Pattinson and Zoe Kravitz.
Cool.
As Batman and Catwoman. It showed just pretty much a lot more of those two together.
Yep.
Them fighting together, them talking to each other, getting a little bit handsy, getting a little bit...
They'll punch for a bit, then they'll bang for a bit. And
Exactly
then
right.
Mates.
It was just really cool. It just showed a lot more. Bruce Wayne, a lot more Batman in the light, and a lot more of Catwoman in various different depictions and looking fucking badass.
Sweet.
So it was a cool little random trailer that just came out of nowhere, and they just went, here's another Batman trailer. And you're like, that's probably why you didn't see it.
Yeah.
It just dropped.
Just kind of came and went.
Yep.
Yeah, righto.
So that's not far away too.
I saw the original one again.
Yeah.
Before the Matrix.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's a good trailer.
Oh,
The end of that trailer.
yeah.
Good lord.
Great trailer.
When does that come out?
That comes out
May? Nah, it's later, isn't it? Ooh, earlier. Fuck yeah.
March
Hopefully it's
something.
Yeah.
I think it's March or it's February.
We don't do research on this show.
No.
Look it up yourself.
I have it written down somewhere, but Lord knows if I can fucking find it. All right, that's the news for the week. Time to jump into the main review for the week. Let's dive into The Matrix Resurrections. Very real name right here. So, The Matrix Resurrections, released 2021. Directed and written by Lana Wachowski.
Only one of them.
Only one coming back with this one here. Runtime of 148 minutes. It went for longer than that, I swear to God.
Lily was offered as well. They didn't just shun her.
Yeah.
She just said no.
Yeah, it was Lana made the idea, formed it.
Yeah.
And Lily was like, yeah, you do it.
Yeah. Which is fair. That's fine.
We'll get into a bit more of that later.
Yeah,
budget of 190 million.
That's big.
This was a fucking... Whew, how you going? Box office as of when I typed this up, the 2nd of January, 72 million.
It's
It's
not good.
Not
That's
raking in much
really
money.
not good.
China are not getting it until the 14th of January, so you could get a little boost from China in the coming weeks.
Word of mouth got out about this pretty early.
Mm.
Like the reviews. Yeah.
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 So the Rotten Tomatoes score, very even between everyone. 65% in the critics and 64% with the audience.
Okay.
It wasn't the shittest thing ever, but it definitely wasn't good.
Yeah, that's a very almost middle
Yeah.
ground.
Everyone sort of thought about it. So the cast coming back, you got Keanu Reeves returning as Neo, Carrie and Moss as Trinity, Yahya Abdul-Mateen II as Morpheus, Jessica Henwick as Bugs, Jonathan Groff as Agent Smith, Neil Patrick Harris as the Analyst, Priyanka Chopra as Sati, and Jada Pinkett Smith returns as Niobe.
Oh, was that her?
That in makeup, she returned
shit.
for it.
I had no. Okay.
Right. I can always tell.
I knew who the character was. But I didn't know it was Jada Pinkett Smith.
I can always tell when younger people have put on a lot of prosthetics to make them look old. You can see in the eyes.
Okay.
If you ever see a scene and just look at her eyes, you can see it's a younger woman's eyes, not in that age. Just when I looked, I saw it and I went, is that? And then I looked up and went, yeah, it is.
I had no idea.
Unlucky for that
Interesting.
one. So, The Matrix 4. Jack, what are your thoughts?
I don't know. It was either so genius that nobody can understand it, or it was really cynical and incomprehensible on purpose.
Yep.
I don't think it was just bad. I don't think it was like we really tried to make a good movie and it didn't work and it's bad. I think it's either bad on purpose or it's smarter than me. Maybe I'm giving it too much credit. I hated it. I fucking hated every second of this. And the why you see the Matrix is for the big fight scenes, and there's no big fight scenes in this, or when there are, they're bad.
Yeah, they're not very on.
And yeah, the whole time I was just like, I just don't think I understand it. And I think I know why they did it, because the studio demanded a Matrix reboot, and they said, well, let's do a sequel and make fun of reboots and sequels in the future or something. It's going to be hard to dissect because I just don't think I understood it. But me personally, I fucking hated it, and I didn't laugh at the subversive jokes and stuff. Yeah, it's either brilliant or cynical.
Yeah.
I don't know which one.
So, I could not stand this movie.
Yeah.
I came out of this and went, this was a movie that just did not need to happen.
No.
Because it neither adds anything to the Matrix story,
Nope.
nor does it tie anything back up
No.
in the Matrix story.
And
I know
I think Lana did that on purpose. I think she's... I honestly think Warner Brothers... Because there's a line in this movie where they're talking about Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
And they name Warner Brothers directly. And they're like, they were going to do this with or without you.
Yeah.
And that feels like maybe that was going to happen.
I know it feels like that's her sort of going, her Warner Brothers is that's why, but I think it's more of a, not just at Warner Brothers, that's a dig at the whole of Hollywood.
Yeah.
Because Hollywood's whole shtick is, and what the Wachowskis have preached for many, many years, is all they want is sequels and reboots and remakes, and they will never buy an original idea anymore.
And say what you will about the Wachowskis' work, it's all been original. It's all been incredibly...
You can't fault the creativity behind it.
Huge fucking creative swings.
Yeah.
Whether they did well or not, doesn't matter at all. They have stuck their ground, and they didn't want to do a trilogy originally, but there was enough story there.
Yeah, exactly.
What was I going to say? Fuck, I was going to say something.
That's right. I'll keep going. So I did not like this movie.
No, it's bad.
Whatsoever. It just, nothing felt right. It just felt like they were just trying to... I don't even want to say, like, please the masses, because it's not like anyone was... Like, no one else was sort of asking for another entry into the Matrix.
No.
Other than Hollywood.
Yeah, because Matrix fans are not going to like this.
Exactly.
It's not going to get anyone into the Matrix.
The Matrix fans got their trilogy very quickly. They got that trilogy. And then they got the Matrix Online, which was the Wachowskis going, we don't want to do anything after...
We're going to kill all the characters.
This online world can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
And that'll be canon, and that will be where the Matrix goes. We don't want to part in it. But that can be your story to continue on with.
Yeah. So would you rather this or just another Matrix movie with like a bunch of different people, maybe the same story as the first one? Would you rather a straight remake or this? Because I think I would still rather this, even though I hated it and it's bad.
I'd want this as opposed to a remake, yes.
I would rather this as opposed to someone making a bland Matrix movie and then having to say, oh, I love the Matrix. No, that the other Matrix, I'm glad we don't have to do that.
Could be controversial to say, neither is what I would want. If I could have something that could be avoidable that most people would say, no, you shouldn't get that, would be more of a prequel to it all, and understanding more about the machines and the real world that we're in.
Yeah.
How has that come to be? How did a Matrix get created?
Yeah, and then...
Not in as much depth, but just take it back a bit so I can sort of grasp that.
And because the Matrix is infinite,
like,
you can do whatever you want in the Matrix. Like, you can make 1 billion of those movies.
Exactly right.
Like, from the Book of Saw, have from the world of the Matrix or whatever, and then just do another story in another world.
Because their whole thing is like, the real world got taken over by the machines, and now the machines control every single human being and put them in pods and put them into this Matrix simulation world where everyone thinks that's the real world, but it's not. And you go, okay, but how?
And the reason everyone hates the third movie is because it's really bogged down in that world. There's so much machine stuff, not enough Matrix stuff.
Yeah.
And this movie makes the same fucking mistake. It does it again.
Yeah. It does a lot in just trying to regurgitate certain things, and if anything, it's just trying to make you care about Neo and Trinity as characters again, but you don't get much of Trinity till the very end.
No, and the story is so complicated.
Yeah.
I don't even know what Neil Patrick Harris's role is, because he's not the architect. He's the
he's the analyst. Analyst is his name.
But he seems to be...
He's the one that's in control of the machine world and the whole Matrix itself.
And they're keeping Neo and Trinity alive for what?
The whole thing is Neo and Trinity, they have such a connection that their power is enough to run this new Matrix.
Okay, right.
In the world that they're trying to
create.
But
they can't be touching because then they overrun.
Yeah, but they need to be close enough, but not touching to optimize that power.
Okay, right.
So, Neo and Trinity died at the end of the last ones, but hey, because it's in the title, Resurrections.
Yeah, Nanobots could just rebuild anything.
Anything can just get rebuilt and then go, hey, here they are again, and we just got to find them. everything about it all fucking sucks to me.
And like, it just straight up shows clips from the first movie.
Yeah,
it just cuts in straight up clips from the first, including Lawrence Fishburne and Hugo Weaving, who didn't come back.
Yeah.
But they're still showing their scenes from the first
Yeah,
Matrix.
exactly.
How
Hugo wanted to come back for this.
And that's a huge...
But he couldn't because he was scheduled with
problem.
theatre work.
Yeah. It's so noticeable. Like, I'm so sorry to Jonathan Groff, but God, every time he's on screen, you're just like...
You're not the guy,
You're not
Hugo.
Man. Like, Hugo Weaving he's the Willem Dafoe, right? He has the face, he has the voice.
Yeah.
He's a good villain because he's a... No offense, Hugo, if you're listening. Kind of a weird-looking bloke.
It's a weird-looking bloke.
And Jonathan Groff is, like, pretty and perfect, and he comes from, like, musical theatre, and it's like...
Yeah.
And they try and feed into that, and he's like, I can be whoever I want to be, and I want
That's
to be
where they try to
good-looking.
play it off and being like, this is why it's not Hugo Weaving.
And you're just like, oh, but then when he's in his fight scenes, it doesn't look natural, like, because Hugo Weaving actually did his fight scenes back in the day.
Oh, well, I mean, still granted in this, there's not like a lot of scenes that he had to fight
There's
anyway.
not many fight scenes at all.
Same case for Lawrence Fishburne. Lawrence Fishburne just wasn't asked to return to this.
It's amazing.
The whole reason...
He still looks good. He's an old man, but he still looks really good.
He was in John Wick as well, and
he's in John Wick.
He just looked like Lawrence Fishburne.
In Hannibal, he was jumping around with guns and shit. Like, that was a bit longer ago, but...
Doesn't matter, he can still do shit.
Yeah,
Anyone can do shit.
It's weird. And the joke, the plot device of Yahya, what's his name?
Yahya Abdul-Mateen II.
Who is fantastic. He's a fantastic actor, and he looks the part, and he's great, and he seems to be having a lot of fun with the role.
Yeah.
But his inclusion is like, I am extremely aware of who Lawrence Fishburne Morpheus is, but I'm also half agent.
Yeah. So that's why...
He was created to bring Neo back to life or something. I don't fucking know, man.
The Morpheus thing, the reason why it's not Lawrence and the reason it's not the same Morpheus, this is a programmed Morpheus. This is Neo's internal creation of him being in the Matrix, trying to reprogram Morpheus from his memory.
Okay.
So that's why this is why Yahya Abdul's one eventually realizes that he's now the new Morpheus, and if anything, he's just looked at the old memories of the old one, being like, oh yeah, sweet, he did that, which is technically me, but I'm what Neo remembers as Morpheus. So he's not replacing Lawrence Fishburne's Morpheus.
No.
He's just a new programmed version of Morpheus.
But he's doing the same thing in trying to get Neo out of the Matrix and be on board.
Which eventually just doesn't make sense anyway, because you're like... So Neo's in this whole Matrix again.
Neo is, by the end of the Matrix 3, Neo is Jesus.
Yeah.
It's a metaphor for Jesus. He sacrifices himself to save whatever.
Yeah.
And he's so powerful. He can
bring peace.
He can do anything.
Between the machines and the people.
So why I don't know.
For whatever reason, the machines
seems kind of dangerous
to
keep him around.
Yeah, for whatever reason, they resurrect him and Trinity to keep going in the Matrix, and then they go, we're just going to dump you back in the Matrix, but we'll give you a good life.
Yeah.
You're a game developer, you've developed The Matrix as a trilogy that are games.
Which is the first movie.
Yes.
Basically.
But they use Reloaded and Revolutions as footage part of the trilogy as well to say, you made a trilogy of games.
Yeah.
And the game footage that they show is just the archive footage from the movies.
It's the first movie. So you're like, okay, the game looks like real life, I guess.
Yeah, and you're like, that's ridiculous for one. But they go, oh, you throw yourself into this world. I'm like, yeah, but that's not how games look, though.
No.
I don't care where you are.
And when he's programming on his computer, it's like a rendered, it's a good-looking PS5 engine or whatever. But it's clearly a video game that he's developing. So you're just like, what?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense there.
The thing I liked is the development team, because they are so insufferable and terrible.
Yeah.
There's no other way to interpret it than they are making fun of Hollywood studio executives. Like, they have that team brainstorming scene.
It bodes into the whole...
Which is one of the best scenes in the movie, because they're just so insufferable. And it's clearly just like...
Yeah, it does just showcase Hollywood's thought process.
Anyone who's in the industry looking at the rest of the industry just going like that. Like, it's really, really funny.
Yeah. It's it's a cool little thing to throw in that and sort of throw the shade at Hollywood there. But at the end of the day, they're not going to give two fucks.
Nobody's going to see it.
They're going to see this go, oh, that didn't make much money. What else can we fucking reboot now?
Yeah.
Because we don't fucking learn our lessons any other fucking time.
And this ends with a sequel set up, and I'm like, that's fucking ambitious.
Yeah.
Like, how you got everyone back how you got Keanu and Carrie Ann Moss back in the first place, I will never know.
I gotta say, Carrie Ann Moss looks like a total babe still.
Carrie Ann Moss is the saving grace. Like, she's not in it much, but every time she's on screen, you're just like, oh yeah, there's Carrie Ann Moss.
She is great.
Fantastic.
She is great.
She gets to do a scorpion kick.
She does. Looks
Still
great.
got it.
I'd let her caught me in the jaw with the scorpion kick any day.
I love Carrie Ann Moss. Like,
she's great.
She's fantastic.
But yeah, what do we think of Neil Patrick Harrison is?
He's good. He's very good. And he's
I feel like NPH is always incredible in any performance he does.
Yeah.
Because he acts upon his character perfectly, regardless of the script around him.
It's still a novelty to see him outside of How I Met Your Mother, because Barney is such a distinct character and has so many distinct mannerisms that when Neil Patrick Harris is not doing that, like in Gone Girl or in this, you're like, oh, that's still kind of... He can act outside of Barney as well. And it's like, even though he's an established...
and that's actor, it. He doesn't do a lot more these days.
And he's threatening in this. He's really, really threatening, but he's super calm and collected. He doesn't have any explosion moments.
Yeah.
He's always just really calm and just like, I know what I'm doing. Like,
yeah. Even by the end of it, when they're kicking the shit out of him.
Yeah, they're still like I'm going to control you. I know what I'm doing, but... Yeah, he's great in this. Yeah, I think the character feels like it needed a bigger role to explain why he's there more.
Definitely needed more understanding to fucking who.
Yeah, but he is great on it, and when he's on screen, you're like, okay, I'm enjoying watching Neil Patrick Harris do his job.
Yeah,
Jonathan Groff was really bad. Unfortunately,
not great. I think what was her name? Jessica Henwick, who plays Bugs.
I liked Bugs.
She does really good.
Yeah,
I enjoy her performance.
I liked her, and I liked her role in it. Her figuring everything out, and her watching the first scene from the first Matrix and going, "Hang on, that's not Carrie Ann Moss."
Yeah, like this feels familiar, but something doesn't seem right.
And it's like she's so close to figuring it out, and you feel like, oh my god, unprofessional. And you understand her role. I feel like she has the clearest role. Yeah. In the movie, she wants to bring Neo back to Io to save it or something. Okay, maybe her role's not that clear. Remember, but she's very good in it.
She does great.
And she looks cool.
Yeah, I enjoy the blue hair.
Back in the original Matrix, they try to make trench coats and sunglasses cool.
Yeah.
And for a time, people thought that was cool. We don't know what's cool anymore because it changes so often, but I feel like Bugs, her style is really, really cool.
I think the one good and ambitious thing that Lana tried to do with this was make everything in a lighter manner.
Yes.
Bring a lot more light into the movie.
It's no green filter.
No green filters. She also directed the minimal action sequences that there were. She directed them themselves. No second unit for that.
Okay, again, that's a problem.
There wasn't fucking many.
That's a big problem. So the biggest problem with the action in this is Neo has force push, and it's all he does.
And that's what I wanted to get to. That's where it fucking drove me. Every 2 seconds, it's just him just going.
And the scene on the motorbike. It's all he's doing is force pushing the swarm, which is a cool-ish inclusion, the swarm.
The only cool thing about it is when they're throwing themselves off the fucking buildings and just face planting into the ground. I thought it was the funniest thing
obviously,
ever.
like, they're in the Matrix, so the entire world is bots and NPCs.
Yeah.
So the analysts can just press spacebar and they just, turn into the swarm. And that was a cool inclusion. That was like, okay, they're doing something new.
Yeah, it was different.
It's different. The swarming was a lot like the machines, like, at the end of Matrix 3, like, the way they move and stuff. But yeah, they're not threatening because Neo just does force push.
That's all he does.
That's all he does. And, and
it gets very, very overused. And
it gets so old so quick.
Because that's another one.
That's another one where, like, is it on purpose? People are going to see The Matrix to see incredible fight scenes. Yeah. Let's not put any in there. Because even when Smith and Neo face off, and then inexplicably they're mates for a bit at the end because they needed to be.
Same.
I had lost the thread. Same
agenda. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, he comes in as just sort of like,
there's some like
want to fight the analyst too.
Yeah, out of nowhere, Smith has this insane respect for Neo, and Neo. It's hard to tell if Neo shares it, but
fucking something.
And then the fight is just like, oh, we're trying to mirror the fight from the first one, and we'll do some of the same gags and stuff. It's a bit more visceral. It's a bit more violent. Like the first one in the first Matrix is very violent, but this one, you've got a different way of shooting violence.
Yeah.
And better sound effects and stuff for impact. But still, it's just like Keanu Reeves just looks bored. And I know he's never been the best actor in the world, but when he's doing John Wick, he has this intensity on his face.
I think this must have been like he was getting ready to film John Wick. And he's just sort of like, this is fucking nothing compared to what I'm about to do.
I need to get fit. This is his going to the gym, maybe.
Yeah, 100%.
Because he doesn't talk much in John Wick until the third one.
Not a lot.
And he has to talk in this one, and it's weird. It's a weird performance because he's trying to do anxiety, and it's really tasteless. It's just a weird... The bathroom scene with Morpheus is just like, what is he doing?
Yeah, he starts to freak out, and he just like...
And he's like
I've
stuttering
to do this before, and it's fucking weird.
Such a weird performance. And then the explosion in that office during that scene, that looks terrible.
Yeah, a lot of things look terrible.
It looks so bad.
But
I think it's on purpose. I'm sticking to that. I think it's on purpose.
A lot of people are thinking that.
And we'll never know because, Lana Wachowski wants to work again.
Yeah.
So she can't come out and say...
Well, she was very close to shelving this movie.
Yeah.
So 2020, when it was being filmed and the pandemic hit again, and it halted the production of the film, she was pretty much going, you know what? I might just leave it on the shelf and just leave it as a legacy film that no one will ever see. And the cast were like, no, look, finish it. Got to finish it.
Yeah.
Eventually agreed to it and finished it.
I agree with that.
And I was sort of like, did she just sort of go, I'll finish it. You got to put a bunch of dicks everywhere, though.
Yeah, exactly.
And just out of spite, put it out there and went, yep, there you go.
Just make it bad.
Yep.
Because it is bad. Like
it is. It's not a good
really
movie.
Bad.
It's not a good Matrix movie. There is one fun fact that I found. So in the Matrix, Trinity, who was named Tiffany, she has a husband, Chad, who's played by Chad Stileski, who directed the John Wick movies.
And Nobody? Or he wrote Nobody? Yeah.
Yep. He also did the stunt double work for Keanu Reeves in the original Matrix.
Okay. Wow.
So technically, they have both played Neo. Therefore, Tiffany is married to Neo.
Ah, look at that. What a fucking stretch.
Don't know how intentional it is.
What a stretch. Oh, that was intentional.
But with all that coming around, I'm just like, that's kind of fucking funny.
Yeah. And I really liked the coffee shop scene when they finally do sit down together, Neo and Trinity. And like, it's kind of awkward first date stuff, but there is the whole time that tinge of we've met before.
Yeah.
And like, they're still naturally talking to each other in that way.
Yeah.
That was a really good scene. Like,
there's
cool. Good scenes in this, but overall...
It's okay moments, but...
Overall. Well, and all the force push stuff on the motorbike, pitch black. It's at night. Of course it is.
Yeah.
So you can't see a fucking thing.
Also, I don't know about you, but I laughed my fucking ass off at the ending of this film when they fly away into the fucking sunset.
God, that looked bad. And when it cuts to Neil Patrick Harris's house and they're standing there in the full 90s trench coat gear, I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
That's not as cool as they think it is. It looks so funny.
Flying away into the sunset does not look cool no matter who you are.
Because that's how the first one ended, is Neo flies up. But and then this one, Trinity is the one. Turns out Trinity is the one.
Trinity's got all the power, apparently.
Not make any sense.
So essentially, she controls the Matrix, I guess. Yeah.
I guess she's the new architect.
The analyst does fucking nothing. Yeah. She's the owner, and
because it's implied that Neo and Trinity were prisoners this whole time, even though they had good lives, they're gonna imprison the analyst and subject him to a miserable life. But honestly, their life was not that miserable. It's kind of sick.
Yeah, it's pretty.
They both had kind of sick lives.
It's pretty cool, but they're going to change the Matrix and make it better somehow. It sort of sets up a sequel in a way.
Except they're not.
Except all the producers have said, nah, it's probably not going to happen.
Absolutely not. And knowing that it made $30, which was just us two.
Yeah.
Knowing that, there's not going to be more Matrix until they fully reboot it.
Don't hold your hopes for another one.
And it will be called The Matrix Rebooted. It will be. There's no way it won't be.
Why this one wasn't called that, I don't know, but fuck.
It did make me want to go and buy the original Matrix on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Just the first one.
Yeah.
Second one has some good stuff in it.
Yeah.
Third one is unforgivably bad, and then this one
But
is
it's
also
all right. We just watched the
unforgivably
first
bad.
one, and we go from there. So, yeah, that's the Matrix Resurrections. It's another Matrix movie.
And it's meant to make you think so hard about it, but like you said, you walk out of there and you're just like, oh, I hated that. I'm not going to think about that again.
No.
I'm not going to analyze this like they want us to.
If anything, it's a marketing point to, as you said, go back and buy the first one.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's it.
Maybe that's all this was.
on the random 22nd anniversary.
Yeah. But yeah, it's at cinemas if you want to get resurrected and get bored, go see that.
It's not good. I can't recommend anything about it.
There's no nostalgia to this.
Watch John Wick if you want to watch Keanu Reeves actually doing something.
I rewatched John Wick the other night.
Yeah.
There's a reason it's in my top 10.
Yeah, oh mate, it's so good. I haven't watched them again in ages, but closer to... Well, now I've got to wait a whole fucking year for the next one.
Yeah.
Closer to that, I will watch them again.
Exactly. All right, that's that. Let's round out the questions, get this done and dusted. Any questions over on Instagram, follow us on there, links in our description. There'll be a post on the weekend whenever we record. Just send us whatever. I don't care. Send it through. I want to know.
Mm-hmm.
So, we'll go with our girl Alyssa. If you could Matrix, would you?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Without a doubt.
I'd just do it.
Jump in and just see what happens, eh?
Yeah. See what I can do.
If I had the power to reboot like my life, though, if I dropped in and was like, ooh, maybe not, reboot, see what happens.
Have another crack.
I'm living in a bad part of the world. I'm like, ooh, definite reboot.
Just keep unplugging that head cord in your
back.
back.
Yeah, exactly. It's sort of like a mulligan in golf. Eventually you'll get it right.
I'd just go and pick random fights to see how good I could fight. Like, which fight powers did I get?
Yeah, 100%.
Can I do jump kicks?
Yeah.
Can I spin around in a circle and kick? We won't know until I try, so I'm just going to have to go out to a random Joe Schmo on the street and just
100%.
fucking roundhouse the cunt.
Just make it in the middle of Sydney. Just make sure it's a suit.
Also, there was no violence at all until she literally kicks his jaw off.
Yeah.
And it's really visceral and realistic.
Yeah.
I was like, oh. They set up that joke so early. Like, I don't know, weird. Yeah. What a strange movie.
Which character would you swap yourself with?
It's a lot of pressure to be Neo, isn't there?
There's a lot.
I'd be Lee Whannell's character from The Matrix Reloaded.
Yeah.
Just be a little shit kicker.
Yeah, 100%.
And I'd also be Lee Whannell, so...
Yeah, kind of just... I just want to be one of the mop boys on the ship.
What's the rich guy who just gets to eat good dinners? And he uses the Matrix power to make delicious food. He was in the Resurrections. What's his name? Oh, fucking hell. I'll never remember. And then I'll think of it as I'm driving home.
Yeah, fucking no way.
Whatever. But that guy, the French guy, like he really likes food in the real world. So he's like, all right, my Matrix power is making good food. And it'll also be able to hypnotize people. That's pretty good. That's a pretty sweet deal.
Yep. Fuck, marry, kill. OG MJ, Gwen, or new MJ? And new MJ.
Okay. I guess marry new MJ because she's like cool and fun.
Mm-hmm.
Is she of age? Before I say that,
Zendaya is of age.
Thank God. I'd bang Emma Stone because she's extremely good looking. Is that the question?
Yeah, fuck, marry, kill.
Okay, thank you. And then just sorry, Kirsten Dunst, but I'd probably kill her because she's annoying.
Yeah, I'd do the same, but I'd swap Gwen and new MJ.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, Emma Stone's I'd want to be with her a lot more.
I'm not. Yeah, I get Zendaya's personality, but I don't see her as like a strikingly good-looking woman.
Yeah.
She's a very good-looking woman.
Still has the younger look going for her. She's not. She hasn't done a lot to sort of.
Yeah, that's fair.
You seem like this
I'm
kind
writing
of
her off
person.
too early, maybe.
Yeah. You know, we saw her for 3 seconds in Dune, and then this one they pumped the brakes a bit. So
yeah,
you show a bit more personality, and then we'll talk about it. Next movie you're excited for?
Oh, probably The Batman, I would say.
I think that's the closest coming out. I think
it's
The Batman.
I saw the trailer for Robert Eggers' new one, The Northman.
Yeah.
So Willem Dafoe's got Ethan Hawke. Ethan Hawke's back. How good's that?
Ethan Hawke's coming fucking back, man. He's doing a serial killer movie.
Yeah.
He's doing The Northman.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say I'm excited for that because I'm not a big Viking person.
I like some Viking shit, but...
Yeah. But I think it would have to be The Batman.
I think The Batman is the closest one that I'm most
excited
excited for.
What's the next Marvel
as well.
movie?
The next Marvel movie...
There should be 2 this year, right? Would it be Black Panther? No. There'll be something before Black Panther 2. It's not on the whiteboard. I rely so heavily on the whiteboard, but it's not on it.
What is it now? Because Morbius is Sony.
Yeah, Morbius is Sony. I'm going to look it up.
I think Wakanda Forever is supposed to be this year. Because it's not Quantumania. That's out of the question. Fucking Multiverse Madness.
Oh, yeah, that is the next one.
Doctor Strange 2 should be the next one.
Yeah. So we've got, so Multiverse of Madness, then Thor. Thor 4, then Wakanda Forever, then Spider-Verse 2.
Yes. Is that all this year?
That's apparently all this year, including Morbius.
Yeah, well, Morbius is...
It's very generous of Google to put Morbius on there.
Well, that's supposed to be February, so not far away.
But,
I'm very excited for the Batman, but then my most anticipated is Jurassic World 3.
My most anticipated is Doctor Strange, just because the Sam Raimi connection and just that character they've done so well with. Yeah. But yeah, the Batman, I just can't wait to see what it is.
It's going to be...
Can't wait to see what they do with it.
Because from everything we've gotten already, it's just so different looking and just seeing a full Pattinson performance as Bruce Wayne, the Batman. It's going to be a treat. Yeah. It is going to be a treat. And just seeing how Paul Dano's Riddler unravels further down the movie as well will be very interesting. And what they set up for the future of that movie as well.
What's next?
Will be big. Which trilogy is better, Matrix or Jurassic Park?
That's tough.
No, it's Jurassic Park.
That's really tough for me because I hate Jurassic Park 2 with all of my might. And I weirdly like Jurassic Park 3.
That's so weird.
Yeah, that's like, I know that's wrong.
The Lost World is
I know that's
good
wrong,
movie.
But I love Jurassic Park 3.
Like, I enjoyed Jurassic Park 3 when I first watched it.
The Matrix Revolutions is unbelievably terrible, and most of the Matrix Reloaded is not very good. But the first Matrix... Oh, no, the first Jurassic Park is better.
First Jurassic Park is fucking
much better
brilliant.
than the first Matrix. So yeah, I'm going to have to say Jurassic Park.
Get in there.
Damn.
Get in there, that's what you want to
I hate agreeing with Adam.
Not for much longer, son. How long would you have a leather jacket? Is Matrix long too long? Is Grease length too short?
Yeah, yes, to both of those. Like a duster, that's way too long. That would be so annoying. I would like one just the length of a normal denim jacket, so slightly longer than Grease. Maybe just to my waist, or a bit longer. I always buy up a few sizes for a jacket. I like a jacket to be big on me.
See, I'd have the jacket like the front part I'd have come to like the normal waist part, and then I'd have like a back section go a little bit further.
You'd have coattails.
Coattail. Probably just above the back of my knees.
Okay.
I reckon that could be a cool little switcheroo there.
I had a leather jacket for about a year, and they are impossible to clean.
Oh, yeah.
You can do whatever you want to clean them. They will not be
That's
clean.
why you just don't.
That was in my big binge drinking days too, so God knows what was on that jacket.
Oh, jeez.
I did not look as cool as I thought I did.
Yeah.
And I also smelled really bad.
All right. If you could grow all new skin every 10 years, but you don't know what hair would grow back, would you opt in?
No.
Or keep your current body sax?
I would keep my current body sax.
Yeah.
I don't want to risk weird hair.
I like my tattoos.
Yeah, I'm right, mate. I'm a bit white, but that's fine. It does its job.
That's just a strange question. I'm just reading it again. I mean, every 10 years, it's a long time to grow new skin. And, what is the growing factor? Does
how long does
completely
it peel
off?
Or do you just wake up one morning and it's different? Yeah, if you got to shed like a snake.
Because then if I'm shedding, then I've got to give it a few days to settle in.
You have to take time off
soft
work.
and mushy.
Yeah. You want to be really careful in that phase.
I'm happy with my skin.
Yeah, I'm keeping mine.
Yeah, I'll keep it the way it is. So that's a list. So let's finish off with some rookie. How's the apartment, Jack?
It's good. It's really good. It's finally finished, as I said at the beginning. I got incredibly lucky with delivery windows because I moved in on December 23rd.
Yeah.
Which is an insane date to move in.
Especially with the COVID and that.
Yeah. With COVID, Christmas, New Year's, I don't know, and somehow it all just worked out. They were like, pretty much next day delivery.
Yeah.
Getting like apartment living is pretty frustrating at times because you're so far away from your house, even when you park. So it gets a bit annoying, but yeah, it's mad to have my own space and just, like, it's just nice.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's very quiet. My talking to myself has gone up a lot. Like, I really hope my neighbors can't hear me because I must just sound so fucking insane. Like, when I was here, I had the self-conscious of like, oh, if I'm yelling at a game or something, Brooke and Adam will make fun of me. Whereas if I'm at home...
Never made fun of you, but I've heard it a few times.
But if I'm playing golf at my apartment now, I'm just like screaming at the TV. So
I just feel like you can.
I sound very insane. But yeah, it's great. It's fucking sick. I love it.
How's the house, Adam? Yeah, it's good. It feels like such a different vibe in the house now that we don't have like anyone else living here now.
Yeah, because that was like a year and a half. You had other people it
was
Jacob was
from 2020 New Year's. We had Jacob moved in New Year's Eve 2020.
Yeah,
and then he stayed with us for 6 months.
Okay,
and then it was a month after, not even, and then you moved in.
Yeah.
So there was a whole year, basically.
You've had a year not being by yourself.
Of having someone else here in the house. So it was like, as much as we love living with with a close friend of ours, having the house back to just us, Brooke having her room back now, like, it was weird. I was coming up the stairs and she was doing her makeup, and she's like, "Babe, come here." And I'm like, "Fucking where?" I realized that, she's back in her fucking room now because she's got all that room in there again.
It feels so rude to be like, oh, it's mad to have our own space again, but no, that's like it.
Yeah,
it's why you move out.
Yeah, but just like everything just feels so different. Like, just being in the house and just knowing that it's just us, just like, it's hard to explain, but it just feels so different.
Yeah, absolutely.
Such a different vibe, and it's not to say like the vibe with you or Jacob wasn't good. It was a great vibe. But it was a different vibe.
Yeah, you're just aware that someone else is there.
Yeah.
Like,
now I'm getting used to just fucking leaving all the doors open, having a shower, taking a shit, whatever. It doesn't fucking matter anymore.
Yeah.
Do all that shit, walk around fucking naked, balls out anywhere. Don't matter.
Yeah. My apartment is very small, so I still shit with the door closed because I don't want my apartment to smell like shit.
Which is completely fair.
But my nudity factor has gone up.
Yeah, has to.
Brooke always joked about like just being naked all the time.
Mm.
And then I was just like, no, I'm too self-conscious about that. No, I'm naked all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that's cool. It's done little bits here. So we bought the new bookshelves in that little hallway there now, which looks great. Brooke's room back to the way it is, and I mussed it up and did a few little rearrangings around in here. Not too much, but yeah, it's good. It's good.
We don't hate each other, the incident. No. I didn't move out because I hate him.
No. People grow up. Got to get their own things. And last one, best and worst Keanu Reeves movie.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I would have to think very hard about the worst.
Could you bring up his filmography?
I can bring up his filmography. He did Replicas, which apparently is really bad, but I haven't seen.
Yeah, I haven't seen all of his stuff, so I don't know what to sort of class as the worst. So, like, if I'm looking at it, John Wick for me is the best.
Yeah, I would say the first Matrix is the best for me.
Yeah,
personally,
it's up there. But an older Keanu and striving in an action movie the way he has, I think is fucking.
Honestly, I think maybe this is the worst. Matrix Resurrections might be the worst.
Very well could be.
Yeah. He was Johnny Silverhand in
having
Cyberpunk.
To be in Cyberpunk 2077.
Probably. Oh, the Bill and Ted reboot. God, that's sad.
That was the thing. I never watched any of the Bill and Ted's.
He's in Toy Story 4, which I've never seen.
Nah, he's all right. He's just a voice.
Yeah, Replicas, Destination Weddings, Siberia. So he's still done some straight to Netflix sort of stuff. To the Bone. What the fuck is all of this? What is all of this? Neon Demon apparently is very good. The movie Keanu.
Yeah, he just appears.
I fucking hated that movie.
I
don't think I finished that movie. Oh, 47 Ronin. Remember that?
Yeah, that was a great movie.
Was it?
I liked it. Anything
interesting. Oh, he was in the Day the Earth Stood Still remake. Oof.
Yeah.
A Scanner Darkly is good. Constantine
is great.
Why do people hate that movie? It's a good movie.
I don't know, but everyone's petitioning to get him back.
Yeah. It's that era of the Punisher, Ghost Rider. Like, it was... Yeah. I fucking like Constantine.
Was good, man.
I like Constantine a lot. Matrix Revolutions, Enter the Matrix. What else have we seen? The Last Time I Committed Suicide. Interesting.
Yep.
Never heard of that. Oh, Johnny Mnemonic. Emma and I love Johnny Mnemonic. Speed, of course.
Speed.
Didn't come back for the second one. He was in Dracula, Bram Stoker's Dracula. Fucking hell. Yeah. So, look at this. Like, Point Break, Bill and Ted's, Dracula, Speed. That's 3 years. He had all of those movies. They're all like massive
fucking
movies.
in there, isn't it?
No, that's a good run. Okay, so worst I'm saying Matrix Resurrections.
I'm going to say that
movie.
as well, yeah. But it's not as much for him. It's just
in
everything
general,
in general.
But he is bad in it.
Yeah, he doesn't do it.
And then best for me is First Matrix because he's good in it and it's a really good movie.
And best for me is John Wick because it just showed a brand new side to Keanu Reeves as a older actor in a very action-heavy movie.
Yeah.
In which they went, let's do many wide shots so we can appreciate Keanu actually doing shit.
Doing it all himself.
Fucking mad. That's it.
Hey.
Questions done.
Nice.
Show done. Episode 98 in the bag. Guys, thanks very much for sticking around listening to us here. If you want to find us anywhere, links are in our description below. Subscribe to us on our YouTube channel. Follow us on any of the audio platforms that you would listen to us on. We're available everywhere. There's a link tree where you can find us literally everywhere. As said, this is episode 98.
If you're ever in the Matrix, come and find us.
Yeah.
Because surely one of those doors opens up to the You Like That universe.
Yeah. It's a strange universe.
So if you're listening to this in the future when the Matrix is real, come and find us. Because we're probably there too. We're everywhere on the internet, man.
Exactly right. We're in the Matrix.
We're all over the place.
So this is episode 98. One more to go, which is going to be The King's Man.
One more real episode to go. Reese Ifans.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see Reese Ifans again.
Back will be cool. And then after that will be the live stream 100th episode of the main show. The finale, Jack's Farewell, the awards show.
Disappear from the internet for a while.
Yeah, until I get you back as a guest for special episodes when need to be.
Yes, definitely.
But
we'll do the big ones.
We'll go through all that in the
We'll
live stream finale when speak about everything to expect from the future of the show.
Yes.
So, again, guys, thanks very much for listening. You've been joined with me again for another week. My name is Adam. I'm one half. You like that podcast?
My name is Jack. I'm the other half of You Like That podcast.
And we'll see you all next week.
Bye.